Hey, we've been out the crowd, the default race. Oh yeah, also, I completely forgot about that. Today is the day that changes. You're here because you're making the change. You're not here for any other reason.
Something's going on.
What the fuck is... Okay, we're gonna stop this video because I'm gonna figure what the fuck is going on.
Huh?
You hold this right.
Yeah, man, I got you. Thank you.
I'm not going to talk for that long. As most of you can tell, I have no voice just because I've been losing my voice lately. But guess what? Until my lungs give out, we will not be silent. Before the cold, before all my shouting, my oppression, the color of my skin, or the way some of you perceive the color of my skin.
I just want to pause up really quickly. What the fuck are y'all clapping for?
There's someone trying to get into the cab.
Stop clapping. What are y'all clapping for?
Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
We will not be silenced. You want peace? You want quiet? Bitch, me too. Bitch, me too. I want to sleep. I want to eat. I was passed out on NyQuil in my room. But guess what? I can't even take a nap in this bitch. We are not going anywhere. We will not be silenced anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, do your thing. I'm gonna keep talking. Yeah, I got it.
It's me again, guys. So we started this off today when we saw the post about the note that was put in Samantha's car today. And we were all over the place in town, right? And we get this notification that this is happening. And Tia tells us, we gotta get together, we gotta come. The initial thought was to sit down and to do a sit-in or to keep going as peacefully as possible. But we know that hasn't gotten us anywhere. What has that gotten us? Emails. We got another one today. And it's as useless as it was before. So I'm not black, obviously, but I still am a person of color, and I feel their pain, but I don't understand that. It's not the same. It's not the same struggles that we go through. But after the teach-in on Thursday, my professor said, "Hey, let's talk about what happened. What's happening on campus?" And he said, "Yeah, I know there's a lot of racist things going on campus, but how about we take a moment and think about what the conservatives are struggling through?" So he said, Fitzgerald, he's white, but he also explained, he's like, I'm not a Republican, I'm a Democrat. But that doesn't fix anything. So I'm not saying all conservatives are racist. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, we can't take attention away from this and give it to somebody that's just struggling for a bit. Like we've said, people of color have been struggling all their lives. And what now, just because they feel uncomfortable because of these recent events, we're gonna think about them? Like we're gonna say, hey, we sympathize with you? When have they sympathized with us? We can't let this thing die off. Like they said before, a lot of you guys are here because we blocked you. We blocked you from the CAF. But we had many events, and when have you shown up? I personally haven't shown up to all of them. But like they said before, like Crystal has said before, like Don has said before, it's not up just to them. We need to share the responsibility. In class, I've said this before today earlier, but a professor from genetics, they decided to dedicate the lecture, Jean Porterfield decided to dedicate the lecture to talk about what's going on campus, and to also talk about genetics and race and how that goes together, right? But we dedicated most of the time to talk about what's going on campus, and it was beautiful. We all got together, white people, people of color talked. But then a white student raises his hand, and he said, this is beautiful, like, you know, this is awesome. But how about we get to the genetics part? And what did we do? What did we do as a class? A class of more than 50 students in Regents. What did we do? We all made faces. We all rolled our eyes. Did anybody do shit? No. If we don't have the courage, we need to get the balls to do it. Exactly. We need to grow the balls to make a change. And it's not, we should probably not say balls because that implies that only males have the power. But obviously, they're not the only ones. So we need to get the courage to stop people, to tell them, hey, you're wrong. And not that I'm trying to take credit for what happened that day, because like I said, I haven't done enough, but I called him out. And guess what happened? He tried to justify it. He said, it's not because I'm against this, but it's because the professor said we were going to talk about genetics, and I'm interested in this. I want to learn. But guess what you can do instead? You can Google it. He said, there's other events, there's other organizations to talk about race and what's going on campus. But who shows up? The same people that already know what's going on, the people of color. And he said, this place is dedicated to talk about genetics, so how about we focus it on that? But like I said before, people don't show up to these things. So the point of interrupting things is to reach out to the people that we normally won't reach out because they don't come to us. So we have to keep disrupting people. In class, in cafeterias, we have to block people and say, hey, something's going on and this is important. So you need to give us your attention. So let's keep fighting, and like they said, let us not allow this to die off. Let's show up on Monday, and hey, on Tuesday, how about we get in his face, in PDA's face? Like I've been trying to organize, we haven't set a date, but how about we do it Tuesday? Why not? Let's get in Thompson. Let's do a sit-in in that hallway where the PDA is, where all administration is. Where the tourings go on. Why? Because that's where the money comes in. And like they said, money talks. So if they give tours to students, to alumni that are coming in, if alumni is coming in or other people, they're going to rethink whether they want to come here again. So how about let's go on Tuesday? What time? How about all day? I'll be there, and if you want, please, I welcome you. Join me all day. I have a paper due that day. But who doesn't, right? We could go to the teach-in, and then after that we could also go there. Or how about some of them go, some of us don't. We go to we get in his face. I welcome you guys, please.
I got a couple little short stories to read y'all. The words of possibly our fellow oldies that I hope gets an emotional stir out of y'all. Samantha Wells, I am glad that you are leaving soon. One less nigger that the school has to deal with. You have spoken up too much. You will change nothing. Shut up or I will shut you up. Now, this what only talk like to each other. I guess it is. I guess I got nothing. Let me find it real quick for you. I have a lot of things on my phone. And since someone didn't want to come up to the mic and say this to my fucking face, one of my friends was lovely enough to send me what he said. Benjamin Theodore James, today at around 6:30 p.m. in Bunchar Commons, you said, "You people are disgusting. Since you were addressing the student body present, I am relaying your message to the people who did not hear. Your comments will not go unnoticed." This was Benjamin Theodore James leaving today saying, "You people are disgusting," and saying, "Oh, Black Lives Matter, all right." So I heard you, Theodore James. I have many ears attached to many different bodies. So Benjamin Theodore James is his full legal name.
Like rank on class is literally the worst.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. So, what I need to know after today is that man ain't got no damn friends after this. That's what, no, you laughing. But I need you to know that I'm completely serious. These people should not have friends. These people should not be associated with if they don't think that I'm a human being who deserves respect.
Yeah.
These people are not what only should be, whatever the fuck that means. Y'all think I'm playing. We walk in Monday or tomorrow's Sunday, whatever the day it is, fuck. Drop them off your social list, block them, unsubscribe, take your money back, all that shit. Take it back to the store, turn in your receipts, all of that. But I need to know this man has no friends anymore. I need to know that y'all are with me and y'all support me as a person, and you will not associate with people who do not treat me like I need to be treated. I need to know that this student body cares enough about me to not let him be validated when I am constantly invalidated. If you can hate me because I'm black, you can hate him because he's a fucking racist.
This ends now. This ends now.
This ends now. This ends now.
Thank you very much.
Ends now.
Okay. You see, if you've never experienced racism on a personal level, you will never really understand the psychological damage it does to people. I'll tell you a story that I've never shared with people here. How many people are from United War College Red Cross Nordic? You can ask them. I was a student council chairperson in the United War College that was predominantly white. Because of the color of my skin, white people thought that I was not fit to become a student council chairperson. You know what they did? They conspired. They said I was not fit to be a president. That happened to me, and I came to St. Olaf College for a whole good year going through depression. I know you say Africans do not go through depression, but that's a lie. It's because we've not been exposed to the problems as racism before, that's why. Racism kills people deep inside. It dehumanizes people and makes you feel like you're not worthy to be here in the first place. But that's just the plan. That's what people want to get. They want us to feel intimidated and feel that we do not matter. But we can't give them that chance to get what they want. We will tell them that no matter what they do, we will bounce back threefold, and whatever pressure or force they come with, we will respond equally. This is a matter of our own lives. It's a matter that we as students should really care about. Look around you. How many students are here right now? On a campus with 3,000 students. How many people can you find around here? And it's gone on for too long for us to keep silent about it.
I know some of y'all got y'all phones out, but I need the rest of y'all to pull y'all phones out. I know some people's phones are dying, but 2 more police cars just pulled up, and you know how they like to get with people of color nowadays. So pull out your phone, nothing can go undocumented, and I'm just giving y'all a heads up to do that. All cameras should be on them if they try to come in and do whatever. We're not breaking no laws right now.
Yep.
Do that. Pull out your phones, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, but I would assume they're gonna come in and try to break up whatever.
All right, y'all, we are going to live stream what is being said through K-Sto Radio. So please check your emails. You are going to get a link. Share it on every social media platform. It's going to go live so everyone hears and can be involved. Thanks.
All right, guys. Let's just use a little bit of logic right now. If some people allow themselves to go to the car while everybody's standing here, they feel the bravery to go there. If some people have the bravery to write words like that, it's because they feel like they were allowed to do it. It's because they feel like they were protected by something or somebody. But I'm gonna tell you what is this thing that protects them. St. Olaf College. Let me explain how. It's a simple example that I'm gonna give, but it means everything. I came to this school, someone who's not here told me one thing: you're going to St. Olaf College, you're going to the US. I'm gonna tell you one thing: don't get in trouble with any white person. You're gonna get kicked out. She even said worse: don't get in trouble with a white woman. You're gonna get kicked out. What does that mean? This just means go there and be careful, because the school is watching you until you make a mistake for you to bounce.
Yeah.
So this means St. Olaf, some people mean well, they want to do well, but it's a business again. And if those people feel comfortable to write it, it's because they feel protected by this. So now, because we pay as much as they do, and some of us even more, we need to make them understand. Hello, repeat after me. Hello. 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 Well, I matter too.
I matter too. I matter too.
I matter too.
So, based on the fact that this school has been protecting them, directly or indirectly, because when you send an email and say, this is not okay, this is not acceptable, and then it dies off, those people are like, oh well, I guess we can do it again, right? Since you guys have been protecting them for not 4 years, 5, for so many years, it's about time to protect us too. It's about time that we feel like we're allowed to be free here. It's about time that someone comes here and they don't tell him, don't be in trouble with a white person, you're gonna be kicked out. That's all I have to say.
Some of you might get tired of my voice over the next couple weeks, but I really don't give a fuck at this point. Anyway, I'm just gonna address something before it gets brought up. I know a lot of white people, when they see things like this happening, they like to bring up their good old friend MLK. Tells about how he was peaceful, how he sat back, how he didn't, make you really think about your whiteness. You know what? Fuck it. If you're uncomfortable, good. Good. If you're uncomfortable, good. Because so are we. We've been uncomfortable our whole lives. So do not tell people of color how to resist. Y'all need that one more time? Do not tell people of color how to resist. We do not live by your template. I'm gonna repeat what I said. Dean Ross has a template for her emails. We don't have templates for our lives, so we do not live by your templates. We do not live by your rules. We do not resist by your rules. So if we want to be loud, you're not shutting us up. If we want to sit here, we're gonna sit. If we don't want to go home, we're not going home. Y'all brought us here $60,000 a year. We're not going anywhere.
Okay, extra, right? Yes. An email was just sent to Stoloff Extra with a link to the K-Stove stream. So I need y'all to put that on as many social media platforms as possible. Share that as widely as you can. We need to get people listening in so they can hear the bullshit y'all been putting me through on this fucking campus. Now I know that was very angry, because I'm very angry. It just makes sense. I ain't got nothing to say, but I like holding the mic.
Oh, I just want to say, so I just went to the bathroom like a couple of seconds ago, and some people are hiding there. So please get out of your zone.
Get your ass out the motherfucking bathroom if you're not using the toilet. You need to be the fuck out here. You can't show solidarity for me hiding in the bathroom stall. Y'all think I'm playing games. Y'all think I'm playing games. Unless you have a bowel movement, or you gotta pee, or you gotta throw up, you need to be out here. I said that really explicitly. Unless you really got to use the facilities, you need to be out, or you like are having a panic attack, please take care of yourself. No, I'm quite serious. Please take care of your mental health. This is a lot of people. If you have anxiety, please take care of yourself. But I'm not giving y'all excuses. Only medical excuses allowed in here.
I don't want to talk here because I feel like I might end up crying and stuff like that. But I don't know how you guys take this thing, but this is not a fucking joke. I know like you guys are hearing a lot of speeches going on here, and sometimes like you might get bored about hearing the same thing over and over, but it's not a fucking joke. This is a threat to someone's life. It's a threat to my life. I don't know about you, but it's a threat to my life, and this shit has happened to me not once, not twice, but it's happened to me over and over ever since I moved to the United States of America. We are people of color. Of course we're people of color. We are beautiful. We are peaceful. Yeah, I mean, we are beautiful and we are peaceful. But guess what? Don't fucking try us. Because when you do, then you're gonna fucking see the other side. I've never been part of this thing like at the beginning. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry sisters, I'm sorry brothers. I wasn't part of it at the beginning because I thought it was all a joke. But I was off campus and I read this email, and guess the first thing I did? is to get my ass here because I said this is not a joke. This is the shit that we have to do. I can't. It's fucking disappointing that we are here right now. Look at these people. I guess we're more than half of the student here. We're supporting each other. I love you all, and I thank you for your support. The white people, I love you all. But at the same time, there's no any admission or whatever here. Nobody to come and speak to us. This is not right, guys. I don't know what you think, but this is not right. But since they don't know how to do the right thing, we're gonna show them how to fucking do the right thing. And we're gonna stay here all night, and we're gonna be here tomorrow, and we're gonna be here on Monday, until something is fucking done. Fuck this shit.
So I want to say something, and I want to say this in regards to what I've been hearing about people having people of color sheltered. Now, if you don't know the definition of sheltered, I'm going to read it to you. Sheltered, protected from difficulties or unpleasant realities. Now tell me, what, like the difficulties that we're going through, they all apply to people of color. What difficulties are white people going through in regards to racism? I don't get it. Why do you say we're sheltered? Do you know where we're from? Do you know where we grew up? I am from Nigeria. She's from Chicago. We grew up, like, I don't get it, guys. What is wrong with you? I do not get it. And the fact that we keep telling you we are not sheltered, you are the one that is sheltered, and you keep telling us that doesn't make any sense. If you don't understand English, I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm from Nigeria, like I said. And I speak another language, but a lot of white people, English is their first language. We're from the United States of America. You colonized us. I mean, I had to learn your language, and that's why I read the definition of sheltered. Please stop calling us sheltered. You're not sheltered. We share experiences with you. You are the one that is sheltered. You can't even get it. It took me 3 years to get it. You guys have been living here for so long. Come on, guys. Please wake up. We are not sheltered.
I'm gonna keep talking till y'all get tired of hearing my voice or until my voice breaks and I cannot speak at all. Whichever one goes first. It ain't gonna do that. We've tried and tested it before. Black don't crack. My voice too, but right? What I was trying to say is, we have 92 people tuning into K-Stone. We need to bump that up to fucking all of them. So if you haven't already shared the link, you need to go into your email, check out Stoloff Extra, and share it. And I ain't seen nobody pull out their damn phone since I said that. So, I need you to pull out your phones and share the link to K-Stone so people can hear what the fuck y'all been doing to people on this campus.
For those who don't know, my name is Samantha Wells. I am 5'6". I love memes. My friends call me Petty Ford because I'm the first lady being petty. And the one thing I am not is the one that you can mess with. So, I don't know. I've always said from day one, I come from Champaign, Illinois. My friends don't think it's real, but it is. And yeah, I've always said I was tired of Minnesota passive aggressiveness, and I think it's time to finally do something and make some sustainable action right here. You know, Tuesday is supposed to be a teach-in or a town hall. I am in total agreement that we should all just go there and take it over, not to undermine the people who work so hard on it, but I really do think that it is time for sustainable change to happen, and even though I might be leaving in a month, yeah, thank God, but I don't want this to end tonight or within a month or within a year if nothing happens. And I also just want to thank you guys for being out here. Again, this is not me, this is not Dawn, this is not one person, but this is everyone who has ever been affected by this. I'm not one to yell, so I'm sorry for not stirring up the crowd, but yes. And I will continue to post memes when they are relevant.
All right, guys, I have a great idea. Who wants to join? Like before this time, I said, it appears we're taken for granted all the time. So what can we do? I think we have enough resources on our campus to take actions, like Samantha said, sustainable actions, to tell the school and show a clear message that we can't be taken for granted. And as an African, the last time when we had this gathering, I said, next coming semester or next year, we should suspend all shows that has to deal with people of color. Because we can't continue to entertain people or give our best to people and we're not valued. That has to stop. So people can know that something is happening to show that we are not happy here. We come here with open arms, thinking that we all matter and we all have equality. We show love, but what do we get back in return? Hate. So if you have anybody here who's part of any of the people of color, international students, or other things, organizations that put up shows or entertainment things on campus, we have to stop it, at least for a year. We have to come together and let the people know about these things so everybody can care about it. We're humans too. We don't deserve to be treated with disrespect. How do you encourage a campus of love and you tell me to come to St. Olaf College because it's a campus that embraces everybody, diverse campus, and these things are happening? And they've been happening not only for a year, but more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and nothing has been done to change the circumstance? It means people are passive. It means they don't respect our hustle. So we have to let them know that it is indeed important because it has to deal with life. Our educations will get disrupted, for example. We leave our school feeling apathy for St. Olaf College. We think about white people as not loving us. We go out there and even though we try to love, we still spread out the hate. Because hate begets hate, and when it continues for so long, you also become that person and you said, I don't really give any damn. If you hate me, I gotta hate you back. But like I said, that's what they want to happen. We can't give them hate back because they want to get the better side of us. To divide us so that we get so caught up in this issue that we can implement the right strategy to take action that really is sustainable. So instead of feeling the hate and anger, let's translate that into constructive ways and very sustainable actions that make sure that we are not taken for granted. And yes, we all have assignments here. We all have things to do, a lot of things to do. But if now you neglect this movement and if you let it die out, it's going to be your sister next, your brother, or even your son. And it's not about St. Olaf College. It's about all other colleges that do not really like people of color. So please, guys, let this movement continue. Let it continue even after today, tonight, tomorrow, next year. And let us look back and feel proud that indeed we started something sustainable. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard. In the spirit of letting things continue, I just want to let y'all know that I just got an update from Queso. We have 159 tuning in, so guys, please keep sharing that link. It is working, it is effective. Keep sharing the link. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to give a message here, and one is for everybody, and the other one is for white people. So I'll start by sharing the story. So okay, so on Wednesday, during one of my classes, like our professor brought all the students together in a circle, and a girl who's white, by the way, she was sitting on the other side instead of getting to the circle while we were discussing, everything that's happening right now and looking for like possible solutions, that could possibly better our situation regarding race on campus. And I felt pretty bad coming out of that class because I realized that I did not speak to her, and I should have, because it's not normal. Like, people are discussing serious issues. And this girl was just right there sitting like nobody's business, like no. Okay, so for the Central Committee, I asked that if you see people, whether they're doing something that's racist, or we're discussing serious matters like that, for example, and they're on the side, please speak up. Whether, I don't know, like, I don't care who you speak to, whether it's the person or, the whole class or whatever environment you're in, speak up, don't let these kind of things happen. And I'm pretty sure this girl is here, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of racist people around here that are listening right now. And for you people, the message that I have for you is it's time to get out of your little world of privilege and listen up to people's problems, okay? That's it.
Hi guys. For those of you that don't know, my name is Nana. Not like the kind that, you go home to your grandma, not that Nana. In my country, Nana means king, so don't talk shit to me, please. Thank you. I will kill you. So, one thing I want to understand, because I'm a bit curious, it doesn't make sense to me how someone can go home. Wait, let me start like this. How many of us have someone they love or want to love? Just raise your hand. Someone you love or you just want to love? Anybody? No one? Anybody? All right. So good. So we all understand how we're going to do that. How we love someone. So I'm just curious, how can you go home or wherever the hell you go to? I can't go home. I don't have a home, thank you very much. How can you go home, love that person so softly, so tenderly, and come back here and write such bullshit? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. So you're capable of loving someone else. You're capable of caring for someone else. You're capable of showing that person the care they deserve. Yet, for some mental reason, you can come to a black person or person of color and say, you don't belong here, you're a nigger, you shouldn't be here, I hate you. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. We all have that capability to love someone deeply, tenderly. We all have that capability, so why the fuck aren't you doing it? What the fuck makes you think someone else doesn't deserve that love? I mean, people have the audacity to tell me, go back to where you came from. I'm like, I don't fucking have a home. I make a home wherever I am. And if you're going to try to prevent me from making a home, I only have these for you. That's all I have. I won't even waste my words. This is all I have. So if you're with me for making a home, wherever the fuck you are, just do this with me right now. Just do this with me right now. This ends now.
This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. This ends now.
Thank you, guys. I just want to share with you a couple of thoughts and a story that happened literally like an hour and a half upstairs. So the public safety officer, she's the main officer on campus. She comes to us and she says, you have to give a path. You have to make people go and eat. What do you want? She was like, what can we do right now for you so you can make people go and eat? My reaction, I just couldn't handle. I don't know how to explain this for her. If you don't know what we want, there is nothing to tell you. That the reason why we're here is because you're still asking, what do we want? I wanna make sure when I'm looked at, I'm not an Arab, I'm not a person of color. I'm similar, like I'm an Ollie, as you advertised before I came here. And that's not the case. Whatever you want to hear, whatever you're gonna say, that is not the case. And we can see this from every the notes that we received and from even the interactions that we have with certain students on campus and sometimes certain staff. Another thing is I want to get to the practical side. I had a lot of friends of mine that come up to me and be like, what am I? Am I white or am I a person of color? I'm multicultural. I've been to a lot of places, right? I do understand. And that's not the question that needs to be asked. You need to be asking, am I privileged? Do I go, if I'm stopped by a police officer, do I get questioned the same way that a person of color or a black person gets questioned? Are we dealt in the same way? And the answer is no, and there's your answer. You need to work on privilege. All right, thank you.
We got like 2 cars, and for people who are willing to put up just a few dollars to go to the store, get stuff like fruit, bread, and meat, just something for people to put on their stomachs since we're standing here and we're gonna be here for a while. Feel free to volunteer. I understand that all of us are college students, but I got a little something. So if you're willing to do that, sort of, just come forward so we can get moving, because it will look like we're gonna be here for some time.
I have a car. I can go.
See, there you go. Just don't even raise your hand. Just come down. Come on. We can convene.
Me in front of one truck if you got some money or whatever, or a car. And I just want to introduce our guest from Fox News. I want to just introduce our guest.
Alright guys, there are some people who came to me and said, well, I don't have money but I have a car. People who have a car and are willing to drive, just stand here. Stand here, make a little circle here. People who have a car and are willing to drive. Alright. Now.
You heard that?
$1,000 in 30 seconds.
I know.
And the money, go give it to Donna. He doesn't want to do a little afro over there.
Get Samantha a chicken nugget.
So anybody who wants to drive here, and money, give it to Donna. To Donna.
Yo, Don, right here.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. Go.
Now, for the people that want to drive, Timon is the driver, is going to be able to get this driver. So you guys will go outside now and drive now.
It got crazy, man. It got crazy. I saw the right when I got back.
So all the drivers follow Timon now.
Somebody just wrote pathetic.
If you're going, it's just okay. I was gonna go with.
Bro, can you hold this? Yeah. Hold on, man.
No, but literally like around 5 something when you posted it, someone had it on the.
Alright, guys, that's it for the drivers. I think we don't need more drivers, but money is more than welcome, of course.
On the page to come and bunt rock. They shut down In Black. We walked into In Black, and then when we walked out,
we got enough drivers. We got enough drivers. We need the money now. And the other thing, the money is here. I'm taking the money. The other thing, if you guys feel bait, go to the post and get some theater. And right now, while we're talking, we have 2 kind people who are watching a movie in the Viking Theater. 2 kind people.
Get out! Get out!
Guys, please don't use this as an excuse to leave. Don't think that you can just sneak through. Let's stay strong. Don't let people go through. We need to stay here. We need to make a point here, guys. Let's please stay together. Let's remember why we're here. Because people from our community have been attacked.
It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
All right. We heard that some people are losing some conscientiousness and whatnot, so feel free to come here, drink water, chill at the pause. We have spaces for those people who need water and everything. If you need to relax, to breathe, there's enough oxygen in there to chill. Yeah, Orange Cups, they have Gatorade. Good stuff Gatorade that helps you with that kind of dizziness. Alright, our first letter said, move the leg, don't lock the knee. If you faint, move the leg, don't lock the knee. First aid advice. sec. Brenda has something to say about International Food Night.
Okay, so International Food Night was happening today. Anyone who was in the honor houses making food, we obviously had to leave because this is going on. Go down to your honor houses and bring up the food that you made to give it out today. Right now.
Right now. Right now. All right, guys, another announcement. Sorry to interrupt your loquaciousness. The pause will be open serving pizzas for people who are super freaking hungry to keep the energy going. Okay, the pause will be open for free. No explicit cost.
They're closed down. Guys, I think we need to keep the focus. Yeah. We're forgetting. No, please.
Hello. Give me one more minute. Hey, we have news channels here with us, and which is great. We need more reporting. But please beware to not trust the words like people from Fox, for example, who have always been dishonest in telling our stories. They've been painting our struggles, which have not started today, by the way, as young people or just students being idiots, being crybabies, needing a space for whatever it is that they put out there. So beware. They have been dishonest in how they portray us, and today will not be different. This is simply how they make their money. So don't overjoy and don't give them something that distorts or continues that distortion. Please beware. Thank you.
Alright, friends, just quick announcement. We have now enough money, and since the pizza is gonna be available and some other people are bringing food, we don't need more money. We're good. Okay? Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We're good. Thank you, guys.
This ends now. This ends now. This ends now. Sorry. This ends now. 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 This ends now! 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 This
regardless of the color of your body. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you for standing together.
when the school will not, when administration will not, when we get template emails every week or every 3 days, and where is the president of our college right now? Now to my wonderful white friends who are here right now, you want to help? It starts with questions. I want you all to think right now in your heads. You do not have to say it out loud. When was the last time, if ever, you didn't think you would get a position or a job because of your race? Can you name 10 Asian pieces of classical literature? Oh, no? How about Latino? Hispanic? Black? Oh, African? Yeah, it starts with the curriculum. That's a privilege! That is a privilege! Diversifying your friend groups too. Who do you hang out with? What do you read? It's a double-edged sword. I'm not going to speak for all people of color because that is what everyone is trying to do, is to categorize this into one group, whiteness or other. And that's not how it works. I will not speak for everybody, but as a person of color, it is a double-edged sword of, on one hand, I do not want to have to explain my identity every time I enter a room. That is not my job. I have a lot of other things to do. But on the other hand, there is a feeling of guilt of if we do not explain ourselves, you will never know. Read. I know you all like to learn because you all got here. Who are you learning from? What are you learning? And what are you doing with that? That's what I want to know. One more question. Privilege is a big concept, right? It's hard to understand. When was the last time that you walked into a room and the majority of the people in that room did not look like you? Do you count the number of people who look like you every time that you walk down the hall? Or you stand in the calf line? Or you sit in the class? That's a privilege. Do something with that. It starts here, and then it ends with action, all right? Our administration cares so much, right, about alumni, and they're like, well, we don't have enough money to do whatever, right? Email alums. Tell your parents, hi, Mom, hi, Dad, my school supports racists. I don't think PDA or the Board of Regents would like that very much. I guarantee that if we sent out emails to alumni and we started a funding campaign so that we could actually make St. Olaf a safe and inclusive place for students instead of trying to get our numbers up, then alumni would donate and things would change. This ends now. It ends with us. It ends with love, and it ends with action. And to my people of color in the audience, hey. First of all, hey. Know that you are worthy of love. You deserve love. And you are made of love. So no matter how much hate is put on the windshield of innocent cars, innocent people with cars, it happens. No matter what kind of comments people make about your body or try to touch your hair or pet your hair, ask, where are you from? As in, not what city are you from, where do you call home, but what country are you from, because you're different than me. Know that you are worthy of love, and that I love you, and there is so much love in this room. And how do we carry this love then?
into every classroom, every conversation, every locker room. How do we keep this going? Thank you all.
I had a friend who came over and just brought this to my mind. He said, like, first, maybe we should, we started at first, like, trying to block the cafeteria, like, for food and stuff, but by now, like, normally, like, dinner is closed. So what are we really doing here? Probably, like, the people who are actually doing this thing are out there in their dorm playing video game or sleeping. So he thought we should take it out there, but then I was like, we can't really go into dorm by dorm and be screaming and stuff, you know what I mean?
He's on vacation.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's literally on vacation.
Guys, let's listen. But then I was thinking about how coming about, like, look at the support we have. And seriously, guys, I really do appreciate every one of you here. It's not my duty, like, to say thank you to all of you, but the support really means a lot to the colored people because we're really few here. So thank you. But I was thinking that we should take this, and since the admissions didn't come out here to support, nobody is here to say something, to sympathize with us. How about we take it to them? You know what I mean? On Monday, we're all gonna meet here, just come out here. We're gonna take it to Thompson, we're gonna take it to Region, we're gonna stop classes, and we're gonna scream. If they don't wanna be here with us, talk to us, they're gonna listen to us when we go there to talk to them. So we're gonna take it out there on Monday. I really mean it, guys. I really mean it. We need to come together. I really mean it. I'm not, as much as I'm trying to say, I'm saying this thing really, like, I'm really connected to this thing so much. And I really mean it. Please, let's take it to them on Monday, first thing in the morning. Let's take it to them. I don't know who are the people that can organize this thing, time or whatever. Let's all meet and stop classes. Let's scream. Let's go crazy. Let's show them we are all fucked up. I mean it.
Hi guys, thank you so much for coming out today. This is more like an announcement. If you have any medical issues or medical concerns, or if you're an EMT or someone who is certified to help people who have problems, we're going to be congregating in an area in the pause. So if anyone needs any medical attention, panic attacks, whatever, just go in there. Thank you.
This is great to see all of you guys here, but I'm a bit of a skeptic because I believe that we still haven't talked about the use of the word nigger. I'm gonna do a pretty, insane thing. I want you to raise your hand right now if you've ever tolerated someone saying that word around you. I think there's some lying that either one. True. All right, I see some lying going on. I think I want to speak to that because I feel like we're all standing in this space and we're saying, let's end it now, but none of us are going to stop saying that word, will we? None of us are going to stop when Future comes on and the pause and we're standing next to black people and you start pointing at us, right? You're not going to stop that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're not acknowledging the social, historical context in which allows you to say that word and not be hurt by it. You're not acknowledging none of that. And we can stand here tonight and not acknowledge none of that. We can keep talking about it as if it's one perpetrator, one terrorist. But no, it's you. It's you. It's all of y'all. Because I know y'all do it. And y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Samantha is one of the nicest people. I don't even know where she at right now. But she's one of the nicest people. in the world. And for her to get this note means that there's someone out there targeting vulnerable people. And to let you know, you do that because you're a colonist. You're an oppressor. And if you continue to let people around you say these words, you're a colonist and you're an oppressor. And I want you to know that Olis, you guys love those words. You guys are those words. You envision them. And I want you to reflect on how each and every one of you do that, and I want you to stop it. Because that's the only way that this will change. The administration is not gonna make a law that changes anything, because I don't know if y'all know or not, laws don't exactly translate over to the social sphere, especially for marginalized communities. You may not have known that. But I wanna tell y'all, stop using the N-word. Because when we start saying we like salty crackers, y'all gonna be mad.
Siblings of color, thank you for showing up. I affirm you, and you guys are strong. White allies, thank you for joining us. I'm told, and recently PDA sent out an email which says that St. Olaf is a place which welcomes diversity, that has difference, that is an inclusive community, and that everybody is welcome here. Well, it is this difference that lets the administration import bodies of color on campus and puts them on the walls to celebrate, that forces students of color to represent their culture and represent their people. It forces these people who face an indignation, moral indignation, and asks them to be quiet. It forces them to debate and discuss with people who see them not as equals. I condemn this diversity. I reject this difference. And I absolutely despise this rhetoric. I am not your diverse body. I'm not here to give you all a diverse experience. I am not what makes you globally engaged.
I just wanted to make a little kind of announcement. Please be careful. I need you guys to just move your legs. Like right now I should see bodies like going like up and thank you. Keep your legs moving. There's a lot of people in here, which is amazing, but I need you to just keep doing that. Also, if you feel yourself getting warm or you feel yourself dizzy, sit down. Do not try and just stand there and ride it out. Please sit down. If you need water, there's water places. If you need chairs, we have a ton of EMTs and people right over here in the pause to help you out. Don't try and be strong and wait out. It's dangerous. So just keep moving your legs, keep staying here, keep fighting. Don't let your health be the reason you have to leave.
We're not bad.
Hey guys, a friend who did something great asked me to pass this announcement to all y'all. She said, her name is Emery. She's sitting over there by the elevators. She said, on my way, she was on her way from her room with t-shirts and shorts for anyone who is too hot, 2 blankets to sit on if people's knees are giving out, painkillers and an iPhone charger, a Mac charger, what is this? Gum and chapstick. We'll sit up by the 2nd floor elevator for anyone who needs anything. Please, if you guys need anything, Emery is there to help you. People who need painkillers.
Do you want to take as much water as when we're out again? Or no?
I think, like, honestly, I think it's we could just get another table. Oh, yeah. I could, like, walk around.
So,
all right.
Feeling faint. You should get something with sugar because you've been standing for a long time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, okay.
So now we're gonna have some food. We're gonna have some food on each floor. So we're gonna have some food here. We're gonna try to make some space near the cage to have some food, and we're gonna make some space near the calf to make some food there. Okay?
Okay, guys, I need your attention right now because this is very important. So, what's your name? Dana. Okay. So, Dana has a message here for all of you guys, for the campus, for the administration, everybody. So, listen. Where are all the members of the Senate here tonight? I hope every single member is here tonight because we elected you for a reason. Our administrators appointed you for a reason. You want to represent the Central community. I hope you are all here. Oh, you should not be on Senate. Contact them right now and ask them where they are.
All right, guys. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna ask whoever is taking charge of it at Thompson to remove my big picture that it is at Thompson. I want this picture to be removed because that picture symbolizes me as a token. I'm talking to you guys too. Hello? That picture symbolizes me as a token. So I'm gonna ask them to remove that picture. No! Huh? The flags, yes! Even the flags in Port Chapel. That's just making us as toys. Now I'm gonna say one thing to our dear white friends. You know, usually when these things happen, everybody feels cool. It's a trend. But if, I give an example, if right now cops came and started hitting people, trust me, many people wouldn't stay in here anymore. Some people would disappear and be like, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, it gets violent. No, this doesn't end now. This starts now. The movement starts now. So it's not it ends, but it starts now. Now, to my white friends again, I'm gonna say, it is easy to come to school and feel in the trend, but change it to your homes, change it to your neighborhoods, change it to your state. When your father and mother are sitting on a table and saying racist things, you need to tell them, Mom and Dad, this is not okay. Because if you shut up and you just come say it here, there is no point to be here. So this starts now. This starts now.
Okay. One, don't clap after I'm done speaking, because that clapping shit, that ain't gonna work for me. Don't clap, don't cheer, because I should not be making this speech or this talk to any of you. I don't want that. I don't want no, what are you applauding for? What are you celebrating? This is not a celebration. This is not an applaud type moment at all. But I just want to share this. 2 minutes ago, probably not even that, this white male came up to me and we said, can I talk to you to the side? I'm okay, cool. What do you want? Well, my girlfriend came, she was in Buntrock and was trying to get out. And I was like, oh, so interesting. Is she okay? You know, and he was like, well, she said that, I wasn't here, but she said that you were shoving her. And I was like, oh wow. Oh wow. I think it was about 400, maybe 500 phones on live that moment that I blocked the individual from coming out of the building, making them feel uncomfortable. Well, I don't know what happened, but we're gonna be pressing charges. So I'm like, oh wow, I'm so, that is so unfortunate. You know, how you feeling uncomfortable encourages you to press charges on a black individual who is exercising his right to move around. You know, that's And I just want to inform you all about this situation. Because I'm too pretty to be going to jail. That's not even going to happen. That ain't even going to happen. So, I just want to inform you all, white folk, that if you feel uncomfortable and decide to press charges, that's sad. You just need to walk away. You just need to walk away.
Here we go again. Excuse me, can I get a quick moment, please? All right. So, I got a couple messages. Let's see. One, someone named Hannah said she knows drivers are coming out for food. If anyone needs coffee, it's on her at Blue Monday. So, you know, y'all got the hookup right there. But also, let's see. We still have a play going on in Rovog, so who about to roll through with me? Shut that shit down. All right, let's go. Okay, I only need a couple people. I need y'all to stay out here, you know, because there's cameras and shit. But, all right, cool. So I'm gonna get like 3 or 4 people. The rest of y'all stay here, be bodies and present. What's up? Oh shit. Okay, let's go. All right, so we're going this way.
Krista's crew is out! Krista's crew out! We out here?
Yeah, it was like...
Could you hold this?
Yeah, please. I like want to go on it. I'll take a spot.
Guys, it's me again, starting here since the beginning. One of the few that kept talking. So I think we all need to focus. You know, there's a lot of us here. There's a lot going on, but we need to focus on why we're here. We need to focus and realize that we're here because there are people that are out to get us, out to say things that hurt us, harm us. So we need to focus, and like Don said, this is not a celebration. This is not something to put on Facebook and then be proud of. Be like, hey, look what we're doing. This is not something to take proud of and be cool for. So I want to share that I also tried to inform myself. So last Thursday I talked to my professor. His name is Fitzgerald. Many of us know him. He knows a lot about the Civil War, about slavery, and I respect him because of his knowledge. So I decided, I thought about this. I said, well, something is not working, obviously, because we haven't had the attention that we deserve as a community in St. Olaf about the issues that are going on. So I asked him after class, I want to talk to you about the recent issues that are going on. And you as a white, older man, I want to know what you think should be the most effective thing. You know, what do I have to do? And he said, you know, the sit-ins, they're effective, you're calling a lot of attention and stuff. But maybe try to approach this a different way to PDA. How about, like, also, in addition to this, like, he wasn't discouraging any of this, but he said, how about you approach PDA without attacking him? What if you acknowledge what he has done? And say, you know, he's been here for 10 years, around there, and he's hired, you know, people of color as staff, and he's also gotten a lot of students here that are people of color. He said, you know, the percentages are pretty high, you know, like, you know, they've gone around, like, what, 30%, even though it's like 17, 15% rate? So I think my response to that, I've been thinking about it and thinking about it. And I think we've done enough peacefully, and I think we've done enough trying to just try to talk. And look at what we've done right now. We got in people's faces at the caf. We told them, you're not gonna eat, you're gonna be uncomfortable for a second, and we're gonna disrupt your day. And people got mad, people left, people tried to push through, and they said, you're not doing anything. There were three people. One of them, he's in my lab for genetics, and it embarrasses me to know that he's part of my group. Because I thought he was a friend, you know? You never know like what happens until these things happen, you know? And people said, one of his friends said, well, I told him, why don't you join us? Why don't you join us instead of leaving? And he said, what are you doing? What is it that you're doing? You're just standing. But we're not just standing, guys. We're making a change here. Look at what we've done. Look at all the people that showed up. We need to realize this. But I also want to bring attention to what we do as individuals. I think, like, including me, I think we let a lot of things slide. Within, you know, like when it comes to white people saying things, or even within like minorities ourselves, or people of color, because we're not minorities. You know, when there's a friend of us, like, for example, last year, one of my friends, that he's not my friend anymore, he liked to say a lot of Mexican racist jokes. And he came up to me one time because my professor, she liked to say, okay, I think we're legal now, because, you know, it's time, like, you know, it hit the time when class starts, so that she could start talking. And he runs up to me from a class and he said, well, most of us.
Fuck that.
And who is this? Who is this guy? He's not white. So should I not call him out? So I did. So I told him, hey, you know, I don't appreciate this shit. You know, by you saying these racist jokes, you're making other people that hear you, including white people, make them think that this is right. If a white person hears you and hears that you're saying a racist joke towards me, they're gonna be like, well, that's okay, she laughed about it, right? So he said, this is how I joke around, and other Mexican friends are okay with this. So if you're not, I think I don't care if we're not friends anymore. You're gonna have to not be my friend, and guess what? We're not friends.
Good.
No. Again, like Don said, this is not a clapping thing. We need to stop letting this shit slide, man. We need to stop. We ourselves need to stop saying racist jokes about other people, including us, that we are minorities, we are people of color. We need to stop saying this. This is not a joke. And if we have friends that are white, include my roommate, like people say, I have a black friend. My roommate is white. And she's awesome, you know. But we need to encourage them, including my roommate. I need to encourage her, encourage other white people, even if it's uncomfortable. Encourage them to come, to help us. Encourage other people of color to stand up for ourselves. Because if we don't help each other, who the hell is? Tell me. If I don't stand up, nobody's gonna stand up for me. So I think you guys need to think about your actions. And you need to think, well, was that okay? Is this the best thing that I could have done? I think we need to stop being hypocritical. Especially people of color. We need to stop. We need to set, I know that, like you said, we already have enough responsibility, but if we don't set the example of how we're supposed to behave, they're not, like the rest of the white people are not gonna know. So even though this sounds bad, because, you know, we have to behave in order for people to respect us. That's a sad reality, unfortunately. And, you know, we have to show them we are human beings, we deserve respect, and we're not gonna take this shit. Thank you.
All right, guys, all EMTs are on the third floor, and there is some ibuprofen here that's gonna be on the table. So if you guys need some help, third floor and on this table. Okay. And just a little thing I want to say. I want to clarify. When I say that I will ask the school to remove my picture, it's not just because I'm angry. It's a message that I mean. The message is like, that picture represents advertising Saint Olaf. So when a fellow colored, because I hate that term, comes and sees the picture is like, oh, I guess this place is actually diverse. Me, by asking them to remove it so they only see white people, is for them to say, I guess this school is only a white school. That's what I want them to feel when they see only those pictures. So I will ask every single person that is called a minority or a person of color, wherever you are on a website, somewhere on campus, ask them to remove that picture. Because I want them, before they put any picture of us, to be like asking us, are you guys comfortable? No, we're not. I guess we're not gonna advertise you. Until we are comfortable in this place, until the people that come after us are comfortable in this place, no picture of us as tokens for them to show off.
Hi everybody, my name is Emma and I'm the student body president. I just want to let you know that Can you hear me now? Okay. I just want to let you know that student government, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that we talk to administrative members and that we are a voice for people, and so that you can come to us and we stand with you, and we will not stop until we find something that works. And so I just applaud all of you here today and want to let you know that we stand with you. And to all the white people here, I just encourage you to keep standing up and to be allies and to educate yourself. Yes.
How y'all doing out there? You still alive? Yeah? All right, I'm just gonna take this opportunity right now. I know there's been food and water and all that going around, but I know a lot of things that are going around and we don't often think about our mental health. So right now, if you have a person of color standing around you, please check in with them. I don't want to hear about anyone collapsing because of a panic attack or anything, guys. Take care of each other, because Black mental health matters. Thank you.
I just wanted to inform y'all of the play situation. We've discussed with them. We've informed them of what's going on. And so, they'll be out here after the play or something, I guess. You know.
They can't miss us.
They can't miss us. They can't get back through. They can't get out, so LOL.
Thanks, girl. Thanks for going. Go drink some water, girl. Go. Go get food, go get food. You already look like you're passing out, man. I think they left, didn't they?
Please bend your knees. Sorry to say it again. Everybody bend your knees all together. Thank you. I know it's simple, but...
Okay, guys, just a quick announcement. I don't know if they're still here or no, but there are news here, people recording, right? Whoever show or television it is. Before you come on the mic, be mindful of what you say. Let's play chess, not checkered. Because they will take our words and sentences and modify them and twist them to make us look like angry people. And oh, that's all they are, angry people. So let's be mindful of what we say. Let's play chess. That's what I want to say.
You know, a lot of white people that I know that were telling me, yes, I'm not racist. I tell them, you are racist. You know why? Because they don't know that they're privileged. They then ask me, what should I do? What's step number 1? You have to educate yourself. Educate yourself. Do not expect me, because I'm a Muslim, I have to teach you and I have to have an opinion about ISIS. I have to teach you about Islam. This is not right. This is where tokenism is. This is how I'm token. I came here and I became a person of color somehow. Why am I a person of color? I was never a person of color. And suddenly here I am in the US and I'm a person of color, and I have to represent not Jordan that I want to represent, I have to represent Islam, even though I'm a freaking bad Muslim. I'm not even practicing, I don't do anything about Islam. All I did, I opened Wikipedia and learned about ISIS, about Islam, just like anyone here could. And I am teaching people, and I have the Muslim house open to teach people about Islam, to destroy stereotypes that are always there because people are uneducated, are not willing to read their own Wikipedia page. And here, because we're in an educational institution, apparently, I'll teach you what tokenism is from Wikipedia. Tokenism is the practice of making only perfunctory or symbolic effort to be inclusive to members of minority groups, especially by recruiting a small number of people from underrepresented groups in order to give the appearance of racial or sexual equality within a workforce. Does that sound like St. Olaf? Yeah. Educate yourself.
Huh? Ain't no pizza around. Oh my God. I'm not gonna do another one. I'll put it in your hands.
Hi everyone, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Is this loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay, that's loud. Hi. I'm Liam. I use he, him, his pronouns. I am a student at St. Olaf College, and I am sick and tired of the racism happening on campus. I am a mixed race person. My mom was born in Colombia and moved to the United States when she was 11. However, if you just look at me at the surface of my skin, you probably wouldn't be able to tell that, because I look white. So for people who say, I don't see color, it does matter. It is there. I am mixed race, but I am more than just what you see on the surface. And if the administration cannot understand that, if they can't see how, if they aren't willing to listen or talk about our humanity, then maybe money will talk. Because I am a senior, I will not be here much longer, but I will not be giving another cent to this school until I see concerted reform to dismantle institutional racism within St. Olaf College, and I urge all seniors, all students to do the same and withhold any donations, any money, because if they aren't willing to spend the finances to make this a safe place for all students, not just the typical ollies that they like to see on campus, then we will make them find that money. Thank you.
Alright, so, excuse my voice, sorry, I've been yelling a lot lately. This is a question for my people of color here. How many of you looked at the brochures when you were applying or you were deciding to come here, and then you walked on the St. Olaf's campus, and you were like, yo, something ain't right with the way this school has been represented. I thought there was going to be a lot more people who looked like me, and I come up here, and what, it's like, it looks like there's twice as many people of color on campus when they're like presenting and branding themselves than you come up here. And it's a total misrepresentation. I have a story related to that, which was a few weekends ago. I was at a party. I was on the steps of a house, and race got brought up. And two white men started yelling at me. I hope if y'all are here or their little friends are here, like good, I hope you'll know that I'm calling you out. And said that calling them white was racist. And that bringing up race was inherently racist. So really, the thing that gets me here is that really imagine thinking that being called out on your whiteness, being forced to acknowledge your whiteness was discrimination. Really imagine being so uncomfortable that y'all thought that was discrimination. So if y'all are here, I can't see you. I hope your little friends are here. I hope they're texting you right now and let you know that I'm calling you the hell out. I hope you're uncomfortable right now. And I hope that feeling stays with you and sticks with you. Because not only have I been uncomfortable since the minute I walked on this campus, I've been uncomfortable for 21 years of my life. And I am not the only one. So take that.
Me again, resident angry black woman. Can I get your attention? So, since we're telling stories, I'm going to continue the theme that my girl Sarah started. So, yesterday, I got yelled at in a classroom, yes, a classroom on this campus by an angry white boy, and I'll tell you why. So, my lovely professor, shout out Seth Binder, right? He's an ally. So my lovely professor, we walk in and there's no class, right? We're discussing race. He has nothing on the board, no presentation. We're discussing race. We're discussing how it needs to be bridged into our curriculum and why diversity matters more than just numbers for the school. So we're talking about it, and someone in the back raises their hand and says, I have a unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna share it anyway. And I roll my eyes, I'm like, Lord Jesus, Black Jesus, oh my God. Okay, and I'm listening, he says, I just think that, it's really disheartening that white people are being excluded from this conversation altogether. Where? There's a white allies group. There's Facebook events. I want to know where. How many of y'all feel excluded from a conversation? Raise your hand. Speak now. Forever hold your peace. He felt very offended by the fact that there were signs on campus talking about white tears and literature going around saying that all white people are racist. And I explained to him very calmly, the white tears, example of white tears, if one of you toppled down the stairs right now and broke one of your limbs, I'm not gonna start dancing around you. That's not what we're talking about when we say white tears. White tears is when a white man from some suburb in Illinois, a straight, cisgendered white man, thinks he can get more upset than me about racism. Yeah, I called you on your racism. It's like me saying, you got something on your face. It looks mad ugly, so get rid of it. Take care of it. Why are you mad about that? And this man, not man, this little boy, proceeded to yell at me and cuss at me across the room and say that what I was saying was bullshit. You know what's bullshit? The fact that it had to come to this for the administration to pay attention, to start paying attention. Barely, by the way. You know what's bullshit? That we're paying $60,000. You know what's bullshit? That I had to come all the way from across an ocean and I step on here and someone has the audacity to question how valid my humanity is. The fact that the people who were born with, someone has the audacity to question their humanity. The fact that anyone will question anyone else's humanity. That, my friends, is bullshit. Say it with me. Bullshit. Say it with me. Bullshit. So, what's his last name, sir? What's his last name? Who's last name? No. Okay. I won't say his name, but he knows I'm talking to him. So this is me. I don't know if he's in here. He's scared, probably. If you in here know that I'm calling you out, and next time, stand up right in front of me if you're gonna yell at me and use a big man voice. Like, why are you yelling from across the room? That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Walter Paul. I'm the student body president at Carleton College. I just wanted to say and make it stick and make sure that every person of every color knows that racism is real, racism is present, racism is historical, racism hurts, racism is at St. Olaf, racism's at Carleton, racism cuts between the Kennedy River. And I wanted to tell every Olaf student here that has faced racism that every Carleton student is behind you. That I am behind you. But I also want to remind everyone here that this instance is not momentary. The simple fact that you're standing in solidarity with Black and every person of color here today does not mean that that's it, right? Racism is also persistent. It's consistent, and it requires that we remain persistent and consistent with it. If we don't acknowledge, challenge, and eliminate racism, we choose to comfortably sail on the ocean that is the status quo rather than dive into its deep complexities. We have to do this together because alone we only risk drowning in it. I urge you to try to eliminate racism every single day because it is real. And to work with your friends, work with your families, work with your communities to do the same. Do not take this instance as your token moment of solidarity. Solidarity should be a lifetime movement. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sharaka Berry, and I'm too from Carleton College. I'm a class representative on the student body, but what I want to say really briefly is that I talk about racism a lot. I'm an AFAM concentrator, African American Studies. I bring it up all the time, and sometimes I get friends who are like, why are you always talking about racism, or you talk about it too much? If you're tired of hearing about racism, try living it. I'm tired of living racism. I'm tired of dealing with it. I'm tired of being scared for my life when I see a police car every time I see another person get shot on the internet. I'm tired of it. And if you're tired, you should help us try to stop this and understand that it's in the roots of this country. It was in the founding documents of this country when they said that I am 3/5 of a human being. I am not. I am a whole human being, and so are you.
Hi everyone. Hi. Is it louder? Okay. Hi. I'm not really a good public speaker, but I've come a long way. I've never thought that I would actually end up in a place like Olaf. And I remember, I remember when I won the diversity visa. Well, no, let me go back. When President Obama was first elected, I was still in Togo, and I was in high school. My dad stayed up all night, and he watched the result, because we have like 5 hours just behind the U.S. front time difference. Sorry. And I'm like, oh, this is good. And then why are people making such a big deal out of it? That's what I asked my dad, because for me, slavery was abolished. You know, it's abolished, and it's the U.S. You know, and he's like, Nadia, it doesn't mean that because there's a lot of people, like people are migrating to the U.S., there's no more racism. The U.S. is one of the most racist country in the world. And my dad never traveled anywhere else but Togo. And when I came to this country, I never actually noticed the color of my skin. Yes. Like, I grew up, and I've seen people, like strangers coming to Togo, and we get them, like they're welcome. But in this country, I felt like a stranger. I felt like I had to prove myself for people just to accept me. And this school, that we are a liberal arts school, yes. But that doesn't mean that we're immune against this kind of bullshit. This is not right. We pay money to go here. It doesn't matter if you're in a full ride or whatever it is. You work every day just to be here. And we shouldn't have to feel like we have to do this for people to hear us. This country should just like get its shit together. It's not just St. Olaf. It's not just St. Olaf. It's all of the school in this country. We need to change this. We don't want to go to a workplace and have these issues, because this is not right.
All right, can everyone hear me? Cool. Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany Thet. I am one of your friendly, angry women of color from Carleton College across the river. And first of all, I'm very, very impressed by the organizers today. Thank you for doing this. And as our student body president, Walter Prala, said, racism is across the river. And I want to talk about a time that a St. Olaf white male was racist towards me. I will not mention names, but I will go off, because it is not okay what is happening on this campus. It wasn't okay what happened to me, and it's not okay what's happening at Carleton's campus either. To clarify, I am from Southeast Asia. I'm an immigrant from Burma specifically. I am new to this country, I'm new to America, and I'm new to white people ways, I will say. And one night I was off campus, and I encountered a St. Olaf white student who was being belligerent to my fellow women of color. And then when I was trying to call him out, he proceeded to put his hands together, bow, and say Irishamase and Namaste to me. To be clear, this is a St. Olaf student. And I made goddamn well sure I knew his name, I knew his Facebook, and I figured out everything I needed to know about him. Because it was infuriating. And I need you to understand that, especially white allies, I need you to understand how infuriating it was. Because that wasn't the first time shit like that's happened to me. That wasn't the first time that's happened to me. It won't be the last time that type of shit happens to me. It was that one time that a St. Olaf white male student, cisgendered male athlete student, decided to do that to me. But this is prevalent, and this will continue. And while I tried to go through the necessary channels through your dean of students, I'm not quite sure if anything happened. I'm not even sure if they had a conversation with him and told him that wasn't okay for him to do to me and the other woman of color that night from Carleton. But that left a really bad taste in my mouth. So today I'm very, very happy, and I'm kind of energized from all the power that is in this room, and I'm so happy and so glad that this is happening. But I will say this protest should never have happened. Because what happened to the black students and the students of color at St. Olaf, that should never have happened. That should never have happened today, and I need you to know that. And I hope and pray to God that this protest never has to happen again, because you will, especially white students, take away from this protest that you will need to stand up for your fellow students of color and say this isn't okay, and I hope this protests like these never have to happen again. But as other people have said before too, I'm hoping that you're not using this space as performative activism. I'm hoping you're not here just because you want to be part of the crowd, that you want to be part of a trend, that you want to feel good and feel less guilty for about 5 minutes, and then you'll go home, go party, and forget all of this happened. I hope you're not here to do that right now. Excuse my language, but god damn, like, y'all can enter this conversation for about 5 minutes, but I can never do that. I can never exit a conversation about race because that's who I am. That's what I've had to live with for the past 21 years of my life. And for you to have the audacity to think that you can come to this protest and then leave after 5 minutes thinking you've done your part, wake the hell up today. Wake the hell up today and make sure that this is not just a performance for you. Absorb these stories, absorb what we're telling you, absorb what I'm telling you, and think to yourself, that is not okay. And because I, as a white person, have more in this society at the current moment, have more social capital and more power to do more, that you will do more than I will do for the rest of my entire life. I hope you do that. And again, as your friends from over the river at Carleton, know that the students of color are behind you 100,000%. And if you ever need us to come over here and help you, let us know. And I hope that we can do the same because because it's spring term 2017 and this shit's still happening to us, this shit's still happening to you, and we'll stand by you. Don't forget that. Thank you.
So my name is Gifty, and I am also from across the river.
Get louder.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah. All right. I am also one of these angry black women. Yeah. I am a dark-skinned, angry black woman, and I am angry with every single one of you. I just want all of you to know that I am angry. Yes, it is personal. It is directed to you, and I am upset, right? Let me tell you why I'm upset. I'm upset that I had to contemplate today whether or not I could come out, right? I had to contemplate whether or not I can get up and speak, right? Because I'm afraid of my father probably seeing this and being like, Gifty, you know they're never going to give you a job now, right? Right? I am angry that as I sit here, I tremble because I don't know what my faith could possibly be, right? That's why I'm angry. I'm angry that my brothers and my sisters and everyone else in here has to now get up and speak out of anger and out of rage and out of experience of what they've gone through. Something that they could never speak about before, something that they had to stay silent about. And I'm angry that people are asking, why are you angry? Why wouldn't we be angry? Why shouldn't we be angry is actually the question. I think it's really, really, really important that every single one of us checks within ourselves and ask ourselves, how have we contributed to this situation? How have our silence allowed people to continue to perpetrate this behavior? How has us not speaking us in class, or even to our white allies all around who are definitely here to say that, oh, we support you 100%. We appreciate that. We really do. But also know where your support crosses borders, right? You guys can't speak for us. We have to speak on our own. You guys can only help us with the navigation. So from an angry black woman to Carleton, to Olaf, from Carleton, we're saying, once again, we are definitely willing to stand with you. As Tiffany has said, as Walter, our president, has said, we're definitely here. Let us know if you need us. We will be over here ready to talk. Yes, talk.
No, it's not going to be that, I promise. I just wanted to let everyone know that there's an email out on Extra just informing everyone that there are medical supplies in the pause that include painkillers, ibuprofen, Tylenol. Okay, in the pause, there are medical supplies such as painkillers, which are ibuprofen, Tylenol, and aspirin, Band-Aids, chapstick, tampons, underwear liners, mints, gum. Everything's on the pool table. There are at least cough drops. There are at least 3 MTs and several nursing students are in the pause lounge providing medical support. We encourage everyone to drink water, bend your knees or sit down if you've been standing for a long time. Eat something, save and reuse your cups. And if anyone has an asthma attack, there's a rescue inhaler by the elevators on the middle floor. Find Emory and they will help you. Also, we got ibuprofen right here, ibuprofen in the pause. Just so you know, take care of yourselves because I'm going to be here all night. And if y'all want to be here all night with me, I don't need y'all dying.
And again, to add to that, if you feel yourself getting warm, just sit down. Like, don't try and push it. Don't try and take a deep breath. Just sit down. Again, just keep bending your knees. I know it's a simple thing, but please just keep doing that.
Hi everyone, my name is Jauza. I just have a message to all those people who are waiting for the curriculum to change, to be educated on people of color. People of color on this campus, students, put up events all the time on what it means to be a person of color, or where they come from, or what it means to be a black person, or different things that does not involve dances or food. Attend those events if you are so interested in being educated on what it means to be multicultural, or what it means to be international. So please come to those events if you want to learn more. Don't just come to our dances, or don't just come to eat our food and think that's the end of it. Because there's more to our culture than dances and food. That's all I have to say. Don't wait for a curriculum change.
Okay, so I was asked this question today twice. This question, it bothered me. It bothered me a lot next to the door especially. What's the point of this? Why are you doing this? To answer this question, I'll give you an example from my everyday life. Every single day, I leave St. Olaf.
Is there somewhere we could charge this? Because there's
I look around me, there are a lot of white people I do not know. I get super conscious of what I do. I walk straight.
There's
I dress people watching. I dress nice so people do not stereotype me that this is how an Arab dresses. This is how a fucking Arab dresses. I am super self-conscious about whatever the fuck I do. Because if I'm perceived in any wrong way, if I'm doing wrong thing,
No, 24, yeah. Sorry.
I'm representing every single Arab person, every single Arab Muslim. And this is what St. Olaf is doing. This is the tokenized culture that is in St. Olaf. So when I go out and I see white people around me, I ask myself, I'm stuck here. Are these people racist or not? And once I figure out that they're racist, I know how to deal with them. I can walk straight, I can smile to their face, I can behave. But what scares me is you. Everyone in here now, everyone who claims ally. You scare me because I don't know if you're a true ally or not. I don't know if you're here for a token or not. Many of you are here just to be here for the sake of, yeah, I went to this event. You tokenize everything. I'm scared of you. This is what I'm scared of. Because if you were plain old racist, I know how to deal with you. I'll smile. I'll behave. I know how to deal with it. You'll never suspect that I'm a fucking terrorist.
You want me to hold it? Or are you good?
Oh, sure.
But you, I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you because I don't know, you're here incognito for God's sake. You're here, I don't know who's racist and who's not.
You can't see him because there's so many people, but it's fine.
Yeah.
We can just keep this. Don't worry, I'll hold it. Yeah, I'm at 3%. I need a...
Sorry again, mentioned this earlier, and there's this one experience that I wanted to share with you. When I first started at St. Olaf, though I'm experiencing people that, well, I was a payroll, They thought that I was international. Well, every single person I dealt with in the administration thought that I was an international student because of my name. And I had a green card and I put in an application. That was one thing that I really didn't understand. Because I had a Western African name, they thought that I was an international student. Black students don't look, because we don't look alike, like we don't. We might have the same color skin, but we're not from the same place. I'm tired of people taking me from, I don't know, like Ghana, whatever. Just don't assume, ask. Like ask, and I'll tell you where I'm from, and I'll tell you who I am. Thank you.
What are you here to learn? And what are you here to do? Earlier, Teresa told a story about being in genetics class and her professor making space for people of color to talk about what was happening on campus. And eventually, a white student in the classroom said, "Okay, but can we get back to genetics right now?" And my question for you is, what are you here to learn? And what are you here to do? Did you come here so that you could get a piece of paper? Or did you come here to make the world a better place? Did you come here because you believe in the human race? Because that's the only race that we share, guys. The human race. All of us. Do you walk into every room and think, how can I make this room better? How can I make everybody else in this room feel safe and comfortable and included? That's my question for you, allies. What are you here to learn?
Sorry, Saeed's going to speak in a minute and we're excited. But I have to make a quick announcement. I'd like to thank you guys for being here. I know some of you have been here for a long time and we don't want your strength to fade. So while you're here, we just want to make you aware of the food stations that have been set up on the 3rd floor. They're right outside the elevators. On the 2nd floor, they're right near the doors. And on this floor, obviously, they're right here. Guys, please make sure you stay strong, replenish yourselves, eat well. We're going to be here a very long time. All right, stay safe.
Hello, everybody. My name is Saeed Al-Husseini, and I'm queer, international, Palestinian, Arab. But I hate these fucking damn labels. I hate having to represent my queerness, my Palestinian identity, my Arab identity, and I have to be myself, and I have to do well. And at the same time, the school is not doing anything to fucking accommodate my needs as a person. Because I hate these labels, because I want to be seen as a person. Because I want us all to be looking at each other and value each other in the same way we value ourselves. And something that I've been fucking getting super pissed off at is allyship. This concept of like being an ally, because if you're not an ally, you're an enemy. Yes, there are enemies out there, but allies are not allies. We are here in a fight. This is a battle between love and hate. We have so much love in this room. We have so much love in this space. Look at everybody around you, especially privileged white people. Look around at people of different skin tones and think of them as whole human beings. They should be valued, they should be respected, they should be sheltered, they should feel safe. Just remind yourself, we were fucking born naked. These labels, this fucking privilege that you have, society gave it to you, but you were fucking lucky enough to be born out of your mother's womb white. You were lucky. Some of you are not lucky. Straight people are lucky. I'm walking around school, people look at me and say, here's the gay dude. I fucking hate that. I don't want to be looked at as gay. I don't want another person to be looked at as black. We are all fucking human people. We are all human beings here. And the administration needs to fucking listen. Some of us don't come privileged out of their mother's wombs. They need accommodations here. Some of us get extra mentally challenged and extra mentally affected. We need that. Some of us come into the school privileged, they have no understanding of what diversity is, and then the school is trying to fucking have us as tokens. Have a fucking educational system where you teach privileged white people about diversity and how to talk about race and ethnicity and sexuality and gender too, because women have it here harder than straight cis men. Thank you. And remind yourself of the love. And look around. Remind yourself that everybody here is fucking damn equal.
Hey everybody, I'm Sarah. I'm also an international student. And the idea of being an international student is that you come here for a short time, but then you actually go back home. And this idea can creep into your mind and you can think that I don't have to fight in this battle because I'm already going home and I'm not going to be affected by this thing for a long time. I used, for a certain time, I thought like that, but then I thought that this idea kills me and debased me at the same time to help everybody that I have the privilege to go back home and not be a person of color, not be a Muslim, not be a female, and not be all of these things. But there are some people here that don't have that privilege to go back home or to some place where they can feel safe and they don't feel like they have to have these kind of identities put onto them. So I want to call all international students to not make this idea creep into their minds that idea creep into my mind for a certain time and help these people to create for them a safe place and a safe kind of environment to not feel that they don't have this safe place and always feel that there's kind of danger or someone that want to attack them. So don't let this idea creep into your mind and feel like, okay, I can go home when these people can go home. We should create places and safe places to everybody, no matter what, even if we're not going to stay in this place for a long time. Thank you.
Guys, I just want to make a quick announcement. I've been alerted there are some people having panic attacks. If that's you or someone around you, please make sure you're taking care of each other and helping people get outside and get some fresh air if they need to. Mental health does matter in this space. Everyone. So while I'm on the mic, I'm going to talk again. Something that's been brought to my attention, and I've been talking about my friends when we came out of the GE task force meeting. And a lot of the time, we've been complaining about how we're doing a lot of the labor as people of color. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. Every single person here, your job is not done here. Everyone needs to put in work. White allies, I am talking to you. I don't know why I'm in debt, but I'm still out here having to educate people. I am not a professor. I'm not even an education major. It is not the job of people of color and other minorities to teach you about your privilege all the damn time. Y'all want another lesson? How can I be a better ally? How can I da-da-da-da-da? Sorry, you have insufficient funds. Y'all want my PayPal? Y'all want my Venmo? Cool, then we can talk. But if another class discussion comes up, do not, and I say this, do not turn your chairs, turn your heads to look at the person of color sitting behind you, expecting them to lead the presentation. We don't walk around with motherfucking PowerPoints. Y'all go to school too. So do your homework, do your reading, look it up. Thank you.
Hi, my name is JC. I'm part of DCC Diversity Celebrations Committee. DCC represents part of an institution that entertains white people, that celebrates diversity and tries to educate others. I am sick and tired of St. Law trying to celebrate diversity and tokenize other people. Therefore, I am calling for multicultural organizations that unite and end celebrating diversity and actually serve yourselves instead of the St. Olaf community. Thank you.
I just want to draw attention to the fact. I just want to draw attention to the fact that racism does not affect everyone the same way. I know that yes, racism affects all people of color, but anti-blackness is specifically what's happening on campus. You cannot ignore this. Don't walk around and say, "Oh, I'm a person of color too. I feel it the same way." Educate the people around you. It's not fair that we have black students educating us. Shut the fuck up.
Hi guys, so I've been doing a lot of talking this week basically, and I'm going to continue talking. So I just want to ask a question. So we have white allies, right? And they are here on campus and they are trying their best to make us feel comfortable. But when you leave campus, are you actually talking to your parents? Are you talking to people outside this place? I'm going to share a story. So last night I went down to Cup Foods and I went to go buy food. I'm going to anyways, so I'm standing there and this white elderly man goes,
Somebody's
so
already arguing with me.
I have to give my number, but because of the way we get home, I think here the system of like you say the first three numbers, then 4, and at home it's completely different. So this one goes like, so where are you from if you say it so differently? And I'm like, well, I'm from Namibia. It's a country down south of Africa. And it's like, it's okay, I know what it is. I have a friend in Nigeria. And I'm just like, what? And I'm just like, yeah, but it doesn't make sense. Nigeria is all the way up west, and I'm all the way down south. And he's like, no, I know, I really understand. Like, I have a friend from Nigeria, what's his name? I'm like, firstly, I don't know what his name is. And, like, I don't see why you want to relate what's this Nigeria to me, you know? And, like, his wife was telling me in the bedroom, she's like, oh my God, I can't take him anywhere, you know? Like, she felt shy. But my question is just basically, my white allies who are here on this campus, I understand you're trying your best when you're on campus, but when you're at home, are you actually calling your parents out on their bullshit? Are you calling your neighbors out on your bullshit? Because we have to do that. You know, like I go home, my family is sexist, it's homophobic, but when I get home, I do the best I can, you know, to advocate for people. I just want you guys to do the same damn thing. Like, you can't be here and pretend you care about me, but when you go home and somebody says something racist, you're still just sitting there. If you can't stand up for us when you're not here, I don't see why you're here, to be honest. You're literally just standing here. Like I say, you're tokenizing whatever it is that we're doing right here. You're not being part of the movement. You're here because your friends are gonna see you do it, you know? You go home and you just sit down and do nothing. So please do something when you're out there too. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Jorge from Carlton, by the way, you know, saying out. And right now I have a message for the black people in here. Because I know we all are affected by this, but specifically for the black people here, I have a message. If you notice America's legacy, there is a legacy of cowardice and their white supremacy. No one's saying who wrote these notes. People hide behind sheets, they hide behind police uniforms, they hide behind whatever they can in power to not be identified as white supremacists. But for us, we live this. I can't take this off. Therefore, I live in power with blackness. A lot of us shouldn't be here. Some of us should be dead. Some of us shouldn't have made it out of the hood. But I want us to know that we made it, we are powerful. They may be cowards and racist, but we are powerful in our life and in our protest.
Hey guys, so you might know me as St. Olaf's token child in the admissions office. So, if you do know me, you probably know me because I gave Bill Gates a tour. Yeah, so I kind of know all about the whole token thing. What I want to talk about is educating yourselves. So I am Palestinian, and I want to tell you a little story that a lot of people of color in this room I think are going to relate to, and whites, you're not going to know what the hell I'm talking about, but try. Alright, so yesterday my dad called me. She told me my aunt, who's lived in the country for over 30 years, is going to be deported.
Oh my gosh. Is that fake?
She has a green card.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
She's been an American